Howdy everybody. I wanted to take a moment today to do a review of a very interesting product that I was alerted to actually by watching Levi Hildebrand's channel, so I'll try to put a link to it up there. I think it's a fascinating product. Of all things, it's a razor. You wouldn't really think that it was that big a deal. But anyway, this is a razor, and I'm going to talk about why I think this is super cool. First of all, I think it's very important. I am not sponsored. This is a Leaf razor, and I am not sponsored by Leaf whatsoever. My wife, actually, she bought it for me as a gift because I requested it for my birthday. So anyway, but we paid full retail price, no breaks, no nothing. So this is my honest opinion about this. And yeah, I just thought that this would be a useful review. Hopefully you guys will find it interesting. So the deal with this Leaf razor, and you can't really tell because you're online, but this sucker is heavy. This is an entirely steel razor. It uses, and I will put in some close-up images, but if you can see that there, it uses actual like straight razor blades. Okay? And so the deal with this is that you don't have plastic cartridges to waste, and you don't have to pay for the plastic cartridges. So I'm going to do all of this in US dollars, but you can convert it. It'll work out the same in whatever currency you're using. So the two reasons to purchase this are, number one, that it is much better for the environment because you're not tossing a bunch of plastic and cartridges and so forth into landfills. And that even starts with the packaging. Again, this is the actual package it arrived in. So I won't show you the address on this side. But anyway, so you can see that the whole thing is cardboard, and the internals of it are razor packaged in cardboard, and razor blades packaged in cardboard, and the stand, because my wife got me the like souped up version with the stand and all, and a metallic razor blade disposal thing, and the package, which is also cardboard. So yeah, so the first thing is everything's in cardboard. The stand itself, which is also super heavy, really nice, is entirely made out of stainless steel except for the rubber mat on the bottom. And this is entirely made out of stainless steel. So there is zero waste. There were two very small little plastic peel-off stickers that were on like this part up here, I guess, to protect the, it says, I don't know if you can see that there. Again, I'll get a close-up of it, but it says right there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It says Leaf razor on it. So anyway, so it's got that there. So yeah, it's very nice if you're kind of like, you know, the whole nut like I am, the granola person, then all of this is really nice because you feel like you're not using plastic. You're not harming the environment by throwing away cartridges and so forth. Because the straight razor blades are entirely recyclable. So you put them in the tin and then you dispose of them at a recycling place. Or talk to your local recycler, the person who picks up your recycling trash. The other thing about this is that this is ultimately extremely cheap after you purchase it, and I will talk about the expense in a moment. So anyway, so here are the razors. Because my wife got like the souped up version, this comes with 50 razor blades, which is actually double that because these guys are in this wax paper, but if you can see inside, I don't want to open it up because they're very sharp, but it's two edges on this, and what you do is you snap them, and I'll show a little video of me doing this and reloading it, which is very easy. You just snap them in half and reload the cartridges. So again, razor looks like that. Got some nice close-up shots. Let's see if I can get the leaf there. There it is. So this is, I believe this is silver, or what it's called. It's kind of a bead blasted brushed silver, so no big deal. All right, so let's go ahead and swap out the razor blades. We'll try it. This is the first time for me, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so these are the straight razors. So the very first thing we have to do is bend these in half like this until it snaps. Okay. And then I'm going to do that to this one too. Oops. You want to leave it in the wax paper so you don't cut yourself while you're doing this. There we go. Okay. And then we will unscrew the top and open it up. And you can see the old ones. So we just pop those guys out. We'll stick those in the ye olde recycling bin. Just a moment. And now This is not so easy to do while you're trying to talk around a camera. Okay. There's one. Like that. Slap down the middle one. There's two. Again, this is actually a lot easier if you're not trying to do it on camera. There we go. There we go. And apologies for the dog. I know she's very loud. She's a puppy. And three. There we go, three. And then you close it up. And screw it back on. All right, 3 new razors. Very cool. So that's basically how it's done. And then you shave. Nice, right? And now it's recycled. There are 3 blades on this, as opposed to 5 on many of them. But you'll notice this has a really nice, it's like completely bendable head, which is awesome. And the way you replace it again is you just unscrew the bottom, pop these guys out, recycle them, put in the new ones, and you're good to go. So here's the question. This is a very expensive razor, okay? So you can go to the store and you can purchase a razor handle plus 2 cartridges for probably in the $15 range. And I've looked a little bit, and razors themselves, cartridges have come down a lot because of like Dollar Shave Club and Harry's and so forth. But still, they're over $2. I looked on Amazon and $2 was like the cheapest I could find for anything like that. So these razor blades, not these in particular, but if you purchase like 100 razor blades, you can get them for about $6.50 on Amazon, $6.50 on Amazon, which means that for 3 of these blades, if you do the math properly, it comes out to just about 10 cents per cartridge. Cartridge per every time you switch this out. If you think about that, you've got $2 for a cartridge versus 10 cents for this. So after you purchase the razor, the cost of the blades is almost inconsequential. The big downside, of course, to this is $80. This is $79 to buy this new. And if you buy the souped up thing with the stand and the recycling tin and the more blades, it's actually, I think, $109. So it's very expensive. But let's break this down for 1 second. So I don't switch out my razor cartridges all that often. I think people do it a lot more frequently than I do, but I do about every 2 weeks. So I'll shave for about 2 weeks, and then I will, I could obviously use it right now. I will then swap out the cartridge. So that's approximately $2 a week after you've paid for the handle and so forth. If you do the math then at $2 every 2 weeks for me, at 52 weeks a year, that's 26 cartridges. That's about $52, give or take, right? And this guy's coming in at $80. So it really is only about 16, 17 months that it would take for you to pay off this razor. And again, if you, man, I mean, this thing's going nowhere. This is like seriously, it's just solid steel. And I also love the fact that it balances. It's like a really nice balance point compared to other things. So yeah, so it, after say a year and a half, if you swap out your cartridges every week instead of every 2 weeks, it will take a lot less time. So it will only take you like less than a year, maybe 9 months to make up the price. If you get the more expensive thing with the stand and stuff, it's going to take a little longer, but you know, such is life. But here's the question, and this is the important thing. Who cares if it's good for you, if it saves money, if it sucks? And I was a little bit nervous about that, and that's the reason why I'm doing this review, because I was like, oh gosh, you know, what if this thing is a terrible razor and I've just spent like all this money? If you spend $15 at the store to buy a Schick, super, ultra, whatever, you're not out that much. But if you spend like 80 or $100 for a razor and it doesn't work, you're going to be pretty sad. The good part about it is, and I'm going to show you a video right here of me shaving for the first time with it. All right, this is not the world's most flattering angle, but there you go. So there's the razor. First shave with this, by the by. So I'm gonna fill up the water, and yes, I'm not gonna use shaving cream because I'm gonna actually take a quick video of this afterwards with, well, we'll see what's left over. So anyway, I'm just gonna fill up the bowl so as not to use too much water, and here we go. Ooh, actually feels really good. Not bad at all. Honestly, I think it feels better than the cartridge razors. All right. Wow. Yeah, really not bad at all. Okay, so let's drain it. We'll take a look at what we got. Okay, maybe a little bit gross, but you can see it picked up, you know, quite fuzzy for me. I'm not a hairy guy, so there you go. Looks pretty decent. Okay, so I don't know if it was terribly clear because it was a terrible, terrible video of me shaving because it was early in the morning and I'm sure I look like garbage. Sorry. But I found this to be an amazing razor. Like, I was actually astounded by how good it is. I really kind of thought it was going to be adequate with 3 blades. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the angle that they have this thing at or if it's just the fact that straight razor blades are better than the cartridge blades. But I have been shaving with Harry's razors for, I think, 3 years because their cartridges were so much cheaper. And honestly, their razor blades were just substantially better than the competition was. But nothing holds a candle to this. I mean, it's amazing. In addition to that, because it's about 10 cents to refill this thing, you know, maybe instead of doing every 2 weeks and kind of going until it's going like and scraping along, right? I would actually want to swap this out every week. And I could do that, right? It's going to cause it to take a little bit longer to do the equivalent payback thing. But I could do that because it's so inexpensive that I really don't care. The cost of razor blades is almost inconsequential after you purchase the razor. But yeah, I'm just kind of blown away with how amazingly good this razor is. This set, I've been shaving on this set for over 2 weeks now. Yeah, over 2 weeks. And it's still great. It's starting to get a little bit dull, so, you know, I'm probably going to swap it out shortly. And again, it's super inexpensive, so that's a great thing if you feel like you are just being a cheapskate and not replacing your razor blades often enough until they're like scraping your face or whatever other part of your body. This should work perfectly well for women too. You can swap this out to your heart's content and not worry about it so much. So again, it's got a really nice rotating head. The only thing it has is a lot of the regular razors now, because they have these lubricating strips, so it's a little hard to get under your nose, but they actually suggest going sideways, and I don't know why I never thought about that, but if you just go like that, you can just save this thing sideways. Works great, no problem at all. So my recommendation, I really, really love this razor. Again, I am not sponsored in any way. I don't have any relationship to Leaf Razor. I wouldn't even know about it if I hadn't watched Levi Hildebrand's video on it, but I really, really love this razor. And I don't know, maybe I'm geeking out too much about something, but if you think about, I use it every other day usually. So it's being used a lot. That's every other day of my life. I am using this product, and I think it's worthwhile having a product that you enjoy using and that you feel good about, but also is high quality and does the job well. And I'm a big fan of something that does the job well, and so definitely a big fan of the Leaf Razor. So I will go ahead and put a link for that, and I'll put a link for some like inexpensive single straight blade cartridges and so forth in the description, so you can take a look. But anyway, if you I don't know, let me know your thoughts about this. If you have a different opinion, if you've used this razor before, if there are other razors out there that are similar in style to this, maybe that are less expensive or something, I don't know, just put some stuff in the comments. I'll be curious to hear what you have to say about it. But I, for one, love this razor, and I expect to use it for years and years and years. All right, until next time, ciao.